And welcome to the Wise Hour podcast, the hottest podcast in the world, with my guest stars, Coach Lekeisha and Coach Mike Patterson. I'm telling you right now, they're going to be dropping 24 karat gold bars indeed. But before I go ahead and get into the show, I need y'all guys to subscribe, hit the like button, and definitely share. Y'all already know we are a community here. And what we want to do is to empower and inspire y'all guys. We got some solutions for y'all guys today. And I need y'all guys to understand we're going to break free from toxic patterns. We got an amazing summer coming this week. And I want y'all guys get a taste of what is going on in this summit. So we got two of these specialists right here. I'm telling you, they going to let y'all know something that is going to change your life. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the show.
At the Wise Hour, we break through the night, bringing knowledge fire, so hold on tight. Every episode, a story to unfold. We're turning every minute into gold.
All right, fam. What's going on? This is now the Wise Hour podcast. So what we empower, inspire, family, I had mentioned last week, we have expanded, and this is how we expanded. So we're going to make sure we give solutions for y'all life challenges. So this week, what we're dealing with is the topic of the hour is breaking free from toxic patterns, unlocking your best life. We got a summit coming up this week, and all us are speakers, but we got the main host in the middle. So, enough being said. So the lady in the middle, please announce yourself in case people don't know who you are. The microphone is yours.
Thank you so much, King Wise. My name is Lekeisha. I'm a dedicated speaker, coach, and trainer, empowering individuals to break free from their challenges and for them to know who they are. Definitely toxic patterns and definitely have a unique resilience to understand that they can always win. That's been my mission for a long time, and I promise you it's something that I believe each and every person is going to be able to achieve through this amazing summit that I'm going to be having for moving forward. I'm an author as well, definitely a speaker and a coach.
All right. Now, if y'all got stuck, if you want to get unstuck, that is the coach for you right there. I am Lekeisha. She's going to teach you about self-importance, self-love, and self-wellness. So we're happy to have you here on the Wise Hour podcast. So, I know you're going to be dropping some 24 karat gold bars indeed. All right, now, I'm going to move over right beside you. This guy is no stranger, especially from the old podcast, Wise Going Live at 5. But it's special on the announcement of this podcast. This amazing man who is, I could say, he's my personal coach as well as Coach Lekeisha. But this brother right here, he also works on my physical and my mental as well. Brother, introduce yourself to the world.
Thank you, Brother Wise. Thank you. I am life coach Mike Patterson. I've been a life coach, a family caregiver specialist, and a certified dementia practitioner for over 10 years now, serving our community, impacting them with self-care opportunities, wellness, information and assistance. And I am a vessel to serve my communities and provide a positive impact to the people that I speak to. So thank you for having me. Brother Wise and Queen Lekeisha, it's always a pleasure to see you.
Awesome. I tell you right now, this brother, everywhere he go, he be dropping 24 karat gold bars indeed, as always represented here. Family, I ain't gonna hold y'all guys because we got an hour to make this thing happen. So what we're gonna do, we got some talking points that we want to make sure we bring out, and these specialists right here, we're gonna be giving some insights and some definitely solutions. So the first point I want to make sure I bring up and address: define toxic patterns in relationship, work, and personal life. That's the biggest. So take your time, but it's right there. And we'll go with the ladies. We'll let the lady go first. So Coach Lekeisha, the microphone is yours.
Absolutely, King Wise. One thing about toxic patterns are things that are really negative, that you really receive that are negative patterns over and over again. Usually it happens pretty much early in childhood. that you're repeating over and over again, that you don't know how to break it. It can be in, your patterns and your words. It can be just how you're living life, and honestly, just how you're building anything that you're doing in business and your relationships, and also the patterns as far as your words. Honestly, if you pause, see yourself saying things that you really don't want to say, like I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, or I'm stupid, or I'm stuck, you always get it wrong. No, let me do it. You don't know how to do it. Oh, you're ugly. If you're hearing things like that are displeasing, those are areas that are very toxic, that are repeating in your life, and you have to be able to uncover it. So honestly, even with your health, I'm too fat or I'm too skinny, I'm not good enough, I cannot empower myself in that, watching the words. So that's how you can uncover your toxic patterns. And that's something definitely you need to be aware of.
Awesome, awesome. I'm talking about dropping 24 karat gold bars indeed. All right, the follow up go to you, Coach Mike. The same question to apply to you as well, brother, and that is define toxic patterns in a relationship, work, and personal life.
Absolutely, absolutely. To follow up with Queen Lekeisha was saying, it's about what is taking place in your current life, right? Sometimes what you'll notice with toxic patterns is one of the topics was relationships. Maybe you continuously have the same type of relationship issues, whether it's dating the same type of individual or having the same type of results with relationships. Um, a lot of times that is patterns that we have kind of come accustomed to through our childhood, through our upbringing, and from the people around us and the experiences that we've had. Those things start to create the patterns that we currently have. Um, and recognizing those patterns and realizing, hey, I'm continuing to do the same thing and getting or continuing to do the same thing and I'm getting the same results, which is a definition of insanity, right? And so sometimes that's the type of patterns that you're starting to see is that you continuously have the same things happening, even if it's a different relationship, a different time in your life. That may be a light bulb moment where you say, hey, I'm noticing I'm having these same type of results in each of my relationships. And so that's what an opportunity for you to pause and start to maybe take a look inward and see where that toxic pattern or maybe those habits that are taking place are impacting your current situation.
Oh yes, I love the way y'all both of y'all put it. It's something that happened in the past that's actually I call it a trigger moment. What happened to me, like I explained in another podcast I did, what happened to me when my father left and when he pointed into that room, he said, "Take care of your mom." And I witnessed all the things he did in the past that wasn't a good example. I thought it wasn't a good example. So I saw a programming that wasn't positive, but how I coped with it was I was watching Saturday morning cartoons, superheroes, stuff like that. So I saw an escape in that. So I saw a pattern in there that I thought that was positive, that is save the day. So what I did, I repeated that in everything I did as a youth, everything I did as a young adult, and everything I did as an adult, which actually some things had success with, but some things it definitely impacted me with relationships because I didn't understand the magnitude of working together as a unit or working together. I had to have a solution for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes in relationships you realize work relationship, personal relationship, and just in relationships in general, sometimes it's okay to take a pause. You need to listen to a person and come to an agreement for the person. You don't have to, you can agree to disagree, but you don't really truly, I didn't truly listen to somebody. What I did, I want to take in information and provide a solution. So I was a toxic pattern on my end that caused to keep on doing the relationship that ended up being toxic. So once I realized that this started in my youth, then I had to address the situation when it started in my youth, then reprogram myself of another routine, or we call, I think you say, good habits to do. that allow me now. Oh no, I said no. Let me take my time. Let me truly listen what the person say. And sometimes it doesn't need a solution. Sometimes it just need me to be present and be there. And the person actually come with their own solution. I don't have a final solution. It's just understanding the moment and time. So I appreciate that. That definitely 24 karat gold bars dropped indeed. So let's go to another point right here. Common signs of being trapped in toxic cycles. I told you mine's. Mine's thought, the superhero complex. What's y'all guys know some common signs of being trapped in toxic cycles? And we go with the lady first.
Absolutely. A lot of common signs of feeling that you're trapped in the cycles when you're repeating things that you really don't want to do. Honestly, definitely the procrastination. Those are some signs that, you potentially are being stuck in the same pattern. If you've been rehearsed to doing that when you were younger, just making, oh, I'll get it done later, or I just don't have time to do this. Or even when it comes to when you say when you're busy at work, oh, I'm too busy for that. I don't.
Back, Coach Mike, can you go ahead and continue that question?
Absolutely. It kind of goes back to what we talked about in the first topic. You find yourself in a pattern of continuous results that are not beneficial to you or that you don't desire. Like I believe what Queen Lekeisha was going into was, when you are doing things that don't make you feel fulfilled or feel good, right? If you are continuously in a pattern of bad relationships, if you're continuously in the habit of eating bad foods, right? It's like these things aren't the best for you, but you continue to do them because it's kind of part of your routine. It's your comfort area, right? Even though it's not the best for you, you continue because it's comfortable, it's familiar. And sometimes individuals don't even realize that they are in a toxic pattern, right? Sometimes that will come from someone from the outside. So that's not uncommon as well. But really, it's just about recognizing that, okay, I'm in a situation, I don't feel good about it. Or when you're continuously doing something and it just doesn't feel right, right? Like you're dreading going home because your spouse is there, right? And you're like, I don't want to go home. What is it about that? Why is that feeling there in that gut? Why are you having trouble overcoming these obstacles? Okay. And so really just, again, looking within and understanding the patterns that are taking place and trying to figure out, how do I break this pattern?
And that's yes. The question is, how do you break that pattern, right? So what we want to do is make sure that we break these patterns, right? So, and identify them. I guess first I got to identify the pattern. So what we want to do is, Coach Lekeisha, I know you have a thought. So, so go back. We go back to you. What you got to go? What you got to say?
Absolutely. So what I was saying before, you really have to be able to, see what assessing the situation, or I just don't have time for this, or I can't really achieve, this and those kind of statements. And usually they're coming from a pattern that you were rehearsing when you were either younger and when you were in a place where you were always shut up, just not even expressing the fact that you're feeling like that insecurity, things of that nature. I was talking about the procrastination. A lot of times when you procrastinate doing things that didn't need to do, but at the same time, it was a pattern. You're used to doing that. You're used to just not doing things that they need to do, but at the same time, that was a rehearsal pattern. If you're looking at, let's say family members, they're not together, they're broken up. So you're used to seeing things not going in that way. So you're used to just really coping in situations where things get difficult. Don't express it, don't actually begin to tackle the issue because you're used to this yourself from not getting hurt. That's what you believe. So it's a lot of patterns when it comes to that, from
Definitely
anxiety.
does come from anxiety. So I know I wouldn't. That's a lot because that's the whole thing I wrote the book about, and this is the reason why I got this podcast, right? The thing is, I had that anxiety, that anxiety that led to something else, I never feeded that one thing, anxiety, and the word anxiety doesn't just define just what me was reading. It came from the standpoint of not having confidence in myself. And every time I had to get on there and I had to speak, I had this overwhelming anxiety that I'm going to mess up. I'm going to make a mistake. And I already defeated myself before I even started the task because I had this pattern in my mind that I'm going to mess up. I'm going to make these mistakes. But the thing is, once you recognize everybody make mistakes, you're not perfect, but what you are is you can keep on trying. You can keep on pressing through. You can, why I use the term practice. So, I make fun of it where, we'll talk about practice. So, and I always use this phrase, right?
We talking about practice, man. What are we talking about? Practice? We talking about practice, man. We talking about practice. We talking about practice.
We're talking about practice, everybody. So I had to learn how to practice. And once I practiced and realized I got comfortable in myself and my own skin, then I can overlook that anxiety standpoint. Coach Lekeisha, I saw you. I went ahead and jumped in, but feel free to go ahead and keep on making your I guess your statement.
Yes, just as far as just being able to see the fact where while you don't begin to speak up and talk because you're always told that you can't get it right and you're not really good at that, you're stupid, those kind of things come into play. So you just say, okay, why will I even try? So I'm just not going to do this. So you procrastinate, you begin to do things that really, because you're used to coping, but at the same time, the problem is the fact that you're not being resilient at it because you're told that you're not good enough anyways. Because everybody else tells you that, why are you even trying to do this? This is okay. And these are people that are close to you that are telling you this. Could be a parent, this can be a guardian, this can be whoever is in a position of leadership. This could be a teacher that told you, like, why are you even trying? You're not good enough to do that. I really thought you learned from the first time, that you messed up that time. You didn't get this the first time. So that continues reoccurring in your head. So why would you try, right? Because you're pretty much protecting yourself. So therefore, not really understanding that was a perceived failure, that you hold it on to yourself. So that is a toxic pattern that you want to break for sure.
That's 100%. And them are the things you have to really, it take time. I wish I could say it's a magic, you take a magic pill, and I ain't trying to do no magic pills. There's a lot of magic pills out there that may take you to another place, place you don't want to be, or a place you might want to be. That's of your own discretion. We don't promote that kind of stuff here. But what we will promote is you have to get in tune with yourself and realize what them patterns are. And what happened with me, I did not realize that first. It was, it was blinded to me until a life situation happened. And I had to do self-assessments. Once you start doing a self-assessment of yourself, and I had to get help. I did. I had to get some professional help to help me through the process. I still did the work, but I had to have somebody who was willing to have my best interest and was going to be honest with me and allow me to work through the process of that. So, Coach Mike, you have anything you'd like to add to that?
One thing I could say when you talk about, time, right? One of the things I think you may have heard me say it in one of my classes is that everybody harvests at different times, right?
True. Yes.
And so, we talk about, commitment and people not committing long enough for change, right? People feeling like, oh, it's taking too long or it's not within their time frame, right? but everything's in God's time, right? And so
Come
that
on now.
harvest can come anytime. And so it's important to stay the course, right? Stay the course and believe and have faith. And your harvest will come to blossom for sure.
Come on. 24 karat gold bars dropped in D. Y'all people right now need to make sure you're picking up them gold bars that being down. You know what I'm saying? You got some value right there that lasts you a lifetime. All right. We got another talking point. Then we're going to go into a question for y'all guys. Okay. All right. So this talking point is the impact of toxic patterns on mental health, productivity, and overall wellness. What's the impact? Ladies first, of course.
Yeah, there's a strong impact, on toxic patterns on our mental health and productivity and overall well-being. Honestly, just even being able to rise above and do anything that different than what you're doing now. A lot of times, we'll stay in a place where we know that it's not really achieving the success that we want, like career changes. But mind you, we're making this the money that we can make for the family and everything like that, which is great. But at the same time, we will stay away from actually doing something different, like actually doing the business that you want to do. Your all types of excuses will come up saying that you can't do it from the past, and that really does have an impact on your mental health. Definitely, the depression, the anxiety, all of those different phases within your mental health really comes into play. And honestly, when we don't acknowledge it and take personal responsibility to overcome it, we will keep going on and thinking that we're going to achieve different results, but we keep receiving the same patterns. We keep not understanding that, the coping mechanisms that are negative, are not good enough. But at the same time, if we want to change, we can't really change. So it does have an impact on your mental health, honestly. And it has an impact on the people around you and your community. Honestly, it has an impact on your health and your body. When your body is declining because you keep, overlooking the fact that you definitely need to take breaks and to really address that stress that you're having and not taking self-care, it has an impact. And let me tell you something. If you don't change, your body is going to change. It won't ask you, hey, you know what? Are you sure you want to take this vacation? No, it's just going to shut down on itself. And I say them personally for myself, I had to realize that because honestly, my body really gave out on me and it really did not do the things that I wanted it to do because I kept putting to the side, taking time for myself, taking time out to make sure that I manage my schedule, to make sure that I had the boundaries up. So yes, it does have an impact. So you have to really be able to regulate that and actually assess that to actually achieve success in those areas. Yes, it does have a great impact when you don't address it.
Ooh.
Thank you so much for this question, King Wise.
Wow. 24 karat gold bars. I mean, it really does. And I thank you for being transparent. I know you shared this on other platforms, including on your podcast, Confused the Focus Talks with Lekeisha, about that your body was trying to warn you, but you said, no, I won't keep on doing this. And your body said, okay, I'm going to show you. Since you're not listening to me, I'm going to show you. And it shuts you down. And you have to work through that process of understanding your value of life, and working to condition your body back to health. Truly amazing. And I know Coach Mike, he got a response, and also he got his own testimony he can share. So, Coach Mike, it's you, man.
Absolutely. And when you talk about the impact of toxic patterns, the impact can be death. Okay, it's that deep. When you talk about an alcoholic who continues his pattern of alcoholism, can lead to death. A type 2 diabetic continuing not to take care of themselves can lead to death. And I've seen that. I had a very dear friend who did not address their issues and continued toxic patterns. And unfortunately, is no longer with us. And that really, really impacted me to just see it, and almost feeling a little hopeless, right? You try to help the ones that you love, provide inspiration and resources and all that you have. But at the end of the day, it's up to that individual to recognize that pattern and then do something about it. So toxic patterns can have a tremendous impact, not just on yourself, but just like Queen Lekeisha said, but also on the people around you, your family, your friends, your community, right? Your businesses. So toxic patterns, the impact goes beyond just, being tired or not being wealthy, or things of that nature. It can absolutely lead to hospitalization, like Queen Lekeisha mentioned, but it also could lead to death, which is something that we all would not want to have that experience.
Indeed. That's being real. That's being real. 100% real. Like I said, it can lead to death. And what we want to do, we want to encourage life here. So we need
Yeah.
you guys to check yourself. We need you to do the evaluation of yourself. Then also start seeking help. All right, family. We got some actually what we'll call strategies and some techniques that y'all guys can do for breaking free. Because like I said, this allude to the conference. The time of the recording is to be going into day 2 of the Breaking Free Summit 2024, Breaking Free from Toxic Patterns. And this, as the time of this podcast, you'll be on day 2. So it's still time to register for that, and we won't give you information about that. All right, family, let's just get a drink of water and everything like that. And what we're going to do is, of course, we have to do our sponsors. So while y'all guys are taking a quick, I guess you'll say, water break, I'm going to transition and talk about this wonderful sponsor. All right, family? So stick around. All right, family. Hey, I'll tell you right now, we got a sponsor here. I'm telling you, if you want results, if you truly looking for your elevation in your business, your organization, even your personal brand, you need to listen to this message right here.
My name is Anthony D. Shannon Sr., International Certified Leader, speaker, trainer, and coach, certified by John Maxwell and Samuel Chad. I am also the founder of Leaders Live Generously Academy, an Anthony D. Shannon consulting group, the #1 platform to help you overcome past failures, release your self-doubt, and shatter fears. You will reach your maximum potential and achieve high results in your life and your business. You see, my mission is to help you become the best you that you can be. With over 25 years of corporate experience, from sales positions to district vice president and even vice president positions with sales companies. I have been responsible for overseeing the success of training departments with over 3,000 employees. I've had the opportunity to create and deliver world-class, award-winning presentations on global stages and corporate platforms across North America. You see, my passion in life is growing and equipping others to do remarkable things and lead significant and fulfilled lives by overcoming and winning. You know, there's no greater mission for me, period. My motto is, everyone has a purpose. So you need to find your purpose and start living your life. That's why I've dedicated my life to teach and encourage people to win. You see, what separates me from the competition? I'll be flat out. It's honesty, it's integrity, it's relevance, it's passion, and it's care. We get results. I always say to live is to grow, and to grow is to change, and change is necessary for sustained success. You know, no matter the business you have, a sports team, corporate, management, or self-employed, if you are ready to unlock your full potential and win in life while serving others at the highest level, I want you to go right now to Anthony D. Shannon Consultinggroup.com or LeadersLiveGenerouslyAcademy.com.
And we want to thank Anthony D. Shannon Consulting Group for being a proud sponsor of the Wise Hour podcast. Oh, yeah. So if you're looking for results, I'm telling you right now, you found the place we can get the solution from, and that's Anthony D Consulting Group. Thank you again for being a proud sponsor of this podcast. All right, family, we got some more what we say strategies and techniques for your guys. So you definitely want to get your pens and pencils and get ready for that. So 24 karat gold bars will be dropped indeed. All right. We back in the midst now. Y'all guys got to swallow the water, got everything like that. So hey, we gonna go ball. Yesterday he brought up the bottle. He got your. I got an empty bottle, but I'm not gonna show that right now. I'm not gonna show that. All right. So I want to make sure I got the question. I think I had a question for y'all guys. I already did the question. I think I already did the question. Recognize your life. I don't think y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think we did the question. And that is one of the toss-up. Did we do this? What one of the toss-up patterns you recognize in your life, and how has it affected you? Hey, question on the floor. And this question is also for the audience right here. So y'all make sure you hit the comments below. What's that one toss-up pattern you recognize in your life? All right. Of course, how we do it. We gentlemen here. Ladies first.
Yes, definitely for me, one of the toxic patterns that I needed to recognize, within my life was honestly really taking some self-care time for myself and actually beginning to have that boundary set, not doing too much. Honestly, I believe because I did not take that boundary and understanding to take that for myself. I always say this too. I always say it's important for us to put our mask on first before anybody else. Just being so used to being able to do that, when you have all these responsibilities that you want to do, which are great, right? But the problem is when you're doing that for everyone else and you're not managing the self-care for yourself to make sure that to actually those alarms that come off to say, oh yeah, I need to take a break. No, I can do that later. I need to do this because such and such need this done. You're really you're not doing yourself a disservice, and honestly, not really acknowledging the stress that you're doing right now. So, that problem is it will keep on building up. And that's something that I wish I would have done, but one thing that I did recognize when I began to do that, I began to manage my time, do those schedules and say, listen, I can't really do everything all at once. I need to instead doing 5 days a week of schedule with other people. I need to go ahead and bring that down from 5 to 2 and being able to say the word no. Word no is a really good word. And honestly, for the longest, I thought that was a bad word to say, but saying no, honestly, it's become my best friend, honestly, because it's saying, hey, I choose me and having these boundaries. And guess what? Others will oblige and they'll agree like, wow, this is good. And I feel better and I'm smiling even more and I just feel more happier. And I feel like that's all of us that we're able to maintain that. So that's one thing that I had to do for myself. And I can go on and on that one. Oh my gosh.
You dropping 24 karat gold bars. Coach Mike, what's your take?
I think Queen Lekeisha was reading my mind because that's the exact thing I was going to speak on was saying no. Sometimes it's tough when you're the go-to for everyone, right? When something needs to be done, they know at the time they knew, hey, I could go to Mike. Mike's going to get it done. And Mike's always going to say yes. Mike's always going to step up. He's going to be there. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. And I recognized that I was really just running myself ragged, right? I was just ripping and running. I was everywhere for everybody. And it was just taking a toll on me, more so physically. Just trying to be there for everyone, in addition to being a father of 3 girls. And my 3 girls are very active in sports. So, of course, I want to be there for them. But then I have work colleagues. I have friends, family. and I was getting pulled in a lot of different directions. And at the time, I thought no was a bad word. I didn't want to say no. I didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. And I wanted to be that dependable, strong friend, son, cousin, whatever it was, for whoever I was helping. And it just got to a point where, thankfully, it didn't impact me physically, but it was impacting me in the sense of I started to recognize I'm doing all this running. And I think the thing that the camel or the straw that broke the camel's back was I missed one of my children's events that was really important to me and to them. And that was something that made me kind of sit down and say, hey, I need to really start to set boundaries. Setting boundaries is also a part of self-care. And so I really had to come to that moment and really say, hey, no is not a bad word, right? No is required. No is what we need at times, because we can't be everything for everybody. We have to make sure that we are fulfilling what we need for ourselves, and then we can help others. But at the same time, we have to set those boundaries, because if you don't, you can definitely put yourself over the cliff, so to speak.
Ooh, yes, and we don't want to be over the cliff.
Yeah.
I would say this: no is an anointed word.
Yes.
And again, no is a anointed word. So use it how often as you need to, because it will save your life. Because you don't want you to fall from that cliff.
Amen. Amen.
Oh man! All right, family. We're gonna go into some techniques or so helping these folks out from breaking from patterns. Techniques for challenging negative thought processes. So, provide us some techniques. Ladies first.
Absolutely. So the techniques that you can utilize, to really combat these challenges is really begin to recognize it. Number one, you rather have to recognize it and become aware of it, when it's happening, and say, okay, so this is something that keeps reoccurring, to yourself, like the negative talk. Keep saying, oh, wait a minute, I'm not good at this. Recognize that, acknowledge it, and then begin to change and do something different. Begin to change your words. Instead of saying, oh, I can't do this, just say, no, I can do this. And guess what? I'm going to do it because I did this before. And begin to compact it with something else. So you don't want to just leave it as it, the change of the words, what you need, but then say, hey, look, I actually achieved this success, in my life. So remember, this is not right. So yes, I can do this. So begin to put that in your arsenal as you continue to move forward ahead as well too, and begin to tackle that and begin to understand that you are good enough. A lot of times we say we can't do it because we feel we can't good enough. If something happened in your past, you say, no, actually you are good at this. I can do hard things. Let's just say if it's something that you used to do and it's really big, that you probably haven't done before. No, I can do hard things. I can do this. I can achieve this. I have enough. Mm-hmm. I have enough. Begin to say, I do. I have enough. Are you living right now? Are you breathing right now? And begin, like, yeah, I'm sure I am. So therefore, stay with that and begin to move forward in that. And as you begin to change that, then your mind is going to say, oh, wow, okay, you can do this. And you're going to see that over and over again, that I can versus that I can't. And begin to affirmations, saying those things each and every day. First thing in the morning and at night.
Mm-hmm. Come on now. 24 karat gold bar dropped indeed. All right, going to the gym on the floor. You up next, Coach Mike.
Absolutely. And just to piggyback off of what Queen Lekeisha was saying, positive self-talk is so important, because so many times we beat ourselves up about what we can't do or what we haven't done, or trying to keep up with the Joneses, always looking around. Comparison is a thief of joy. Okay, and so knowing that it's when you talk about a technique for positive self-talk, it starts with, again, it starts with you. It just starts with changing the way you speak to yourself in your head. All right. Because we all have that voice in our head when we're thinking about things, right? Like, man, I want to start this business. But then if you start thinking, I want to start this business, but I don't got enough money, or this isn't the right time, right? Try to start changing that into that positive self-talk. I want to start a business. Okay. I'm gonna start a business, and I'm gonna do my best. Let me start with some research, right? So positive self-talk, and start small, right? It doesn't have to be grand, right? Just small things, small changes over a long period of time can develop into huge successes as long as you stay committed.
Oh, I love that. Long as you stay committed, you got to be intentional, family. Got to be intentional, and this is a daily process, daily. And you can't do it one day and expect the same result the next. You're gonna have to actually, if you want the same result, you're gonna have to be intentional about setting your day. And the techniques right there will definitely work if you're very intentional and you design the change in your life. Oh, awesome, awesome, y'all, man! I tell you, y'all truly are experts. Y'all are truly are experts. All right, fam. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this one right here: strategies for developing a growth mindset to overcome challenges. So what's some strategies? All right, we're gonna keep the same flow. Coach Lekeisha, the microphone's yours.
Yes, the strategies that you can utilize to develop the growth mindset to overcome the challenges is begin to write down, those success principles that you want. You have to really begin to have those affirmations out there of saying that, you can achieve these goals. You can actually achieve success that you want, and begin to write down your plan. It's important for us to be intentional. Let's just say you do, like when we were talking about business, let's just say you wanted to open that business. Okay, cool. So if you want to open that business, let's go ahead and write that structure out, right? Exactly that business, whatever it is. If you want, to actually have a pottery business, whatever it is. Okay, so begin to do your research when it comes to that. Actually write your landscape out. How do you want that business? Being to write that structure out, being to write all the tools that you need to have that, for you what it would do to your in your community. Begin to write it down and begin to be detailed about it. Begin to be detailed about it so you always can continue to understand what you want to achieve. As you begin to be detailed about what you're looking for and what you're wanting to achieve, it's going to be great success for yourself. So you can just keep looking at that plan. And actually, I'm all about vision boards. Always, have that for yourself and keep seeing what you're saying. Have your I am statements. I am a business owner. I can't open that pottery company. Begin to name it and begin to see it in front of yourself. And as you continue to name it and see it in front of yourself, you're going to continue to rehearse it over and over again. And you're going to have a great process put in place. Honestly, you're going to be visualizing it. That's great tools for yourself. Continue to visualize what you're looking for. So therefore, you're having this plan in place, and I promise you it's going to come to pass. It's going to actually be in your now as you begin to do that already in your mentality. It starts there in your brain first. You seeing it, visualizing it, and it's going to come out in your words and then in your actions. I'm telling you, that's how you do it.
I'm telling you right now, that's how you do it. And family, and that's the reason why you need to sign up for this summit. This is coming on this week, Breaking Free from Toxic Patterns, because you see right now, she giving you a good taste. Saying she giving you the heavy hors d'oeuvres before the main course. Some heavy hors d'oeuvres. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, I'm telling you right now, when she do a deep dive, she's gonna do a deep dive, and this just touching the surface of what information you're going to have. So with that being said, he gonna give you another alternative of a heavy hors d'oeuvre. So going to you, Coach Mike.
Absolutely. I love writing it down and making it plain. That is phenomenal. I'm all about that. I'm a journaler, so I completely agree with you, Queen Lekeisha. Another thing about having a growth mindset is one of my favorite words is become curious, right? If you have a growth mindset, be curious, okay? Go into things and research. I think we're in one of the greatest times ever as far as having resources available to us, right? The internet, AI, technology is booming, right? Our ancestors, my grandmother, my great grandmother, they would have loved to have had this access, this availability to these resources to be able to understand, and maybe they would have broken those toxic patterns way before my generation, right? But now we're in a generation now where Google, Chat GPT, there's a lot of different things, audiobooks. There's so many resources that are available to you. When you start talking about a growth mindset, right? Especially if you come from an environment that does not produce or promote or support a growth mindset, it's going to be up to you to go and do the search, to go find the things that are going to help you grow that mindset. And like I said, right now we have these powerful computers right here. Everybody has a phone. Your grandmama, your auntie, everybody, right? Everybody can get on Google, okay? And so knowing that if you have a desire to grow that mindset, you have a desire for more, to learn, to grow, you have it right in the palm of your hand, literally.
Are you telling the truth? Literally, we do. We
Yeah.
we had a discussion today. That was a fellowship that I attended. Fellowship. We got some group of men together and we just talked. And one of the things we definitely want to make sure we talk about is that this is the information age. If you really want to know things, you can go out there and search it. You can Google it. You can use the AI tools. Of course, you got to vet it and make sure it's proven information. Of course, I always talked about that, but it's no excuse. Like I said, our ancestors today did not have that, and actually, from the lack of that, would cause us to be in certain situations. Now we're aware of what things were done in the past and why they was done in the past. The question is, you don't have to stay. How Coach Lekeisha say, you don't have to stay stuck. Now there's no excuse to staying stuck, and there are resources even right now. Coach Mike, you in one location, I'm in another location, and Coach Lekeisha is in another location, but we're able to come together with the power of technology to be able to share a message that can be global. This is right here, it's a global platform, the internet. And those who want to listen around the world can listen to this and gain the techniques. That's why I say it's very important, because the summit also going to be virtually as well. To those who are actually sign up for that, you virtually be connected with amazing coaches. Now, in the future, I know the discussion is to actually have a location where everybody comes together. But this first one is going to be definitely a virtual one. So you want to tune into that, because this is the opportunity to actually get information and learn from specialists. So we got two more topics and one more question I want to make sure I ask before we wrap up this amazing show today. So this is one I think is very major. And this topic right here is the importance of setting boundaries in relationships and work. All right. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep the same flow. So Coach Lekeisha, this microphone's yours.
Absolutely. So it's very important for us to set boundaries, in our relationships at work, like I was just saying before, because, if you don't set the boundaries for yourself, if you don't actually put it out there, what you're looking for, they're going to be set for you. If you don't take charge and actually begin to actually put down exactly what you need and what you want, it's going to be set for you. It's like I said before, it's important for you to put your mask on first before anybody else, because a lot of times other people are going to put their priorities in place and they're going to have their strategy. But you need to have your strategy, what you need to do for you and your well-being, for your mindset, for your health and wealth, for you to understand that you need to take that time, and take that break, because you know what, your body needs it. The whole point is for you not to have the stress, not to have that overwhelm, to not have anxiety and go in depression. That's what happens when you don't take time for yourself. So as you continue to do boundaries for yourself and understand when you need to take your breaks, that's going to be great for you, honestly. And, that's what I said, that no word is very going to become very powerful for yourself, because it's more so as saying, listen, I choose me, I choose this scheduling because this is good for my health and well-being. And honestly, you are truly loving yourself.
Ooh, 24 karat gold bars dropped in the love is an action word. Oh, I finished this. I finished that statement a little bit later at the end of the show. Indeed, love yourself, Coach Mike. The
But
microphone is
yes,
yours.
yes, absolutely. Just to echo what Queen Lekeisha was saying, it's so important to set your boundaries because, like she said, they either the relationship or the job will set the boundaries for you, right? So many times you've heard the term, if you give, people will take, right? And that's kind of what happens when you don't set boundaries. You're giving up those boundaries, and then people start to take and start to modify those boundaries for you. Okay. And so it goes back to that anointed no, right? Just like the previous topic, you have to set those boundaries for your physical, mental, emotional, and work health, right? Because at work, I see folks all the time. They work, they don't take their breaks, they take short lunches, and then they complain about their job, right? But if you just take your breaks, take your full lunch, right? Set those boundaries, maybe that job may not be as bad as it is. They're just doing what you allow them to do. Okay. And so when you do that, you're giving up your boundaries, you're giving up your freedom almost. So setting those boundaries, using that anointed no, because I definitely believe in it now, will definitely not only save you, but could definitely be a game changer in your lifestyle.
Hey, that I'm talking about right there. It's definitely a game changer. Definitely, I agree. It's a game changer. All right, we're gonna keep on going while the microphone's still hot. So we're gonna do another technique. We get some people. We're gonna get some people some substance so they can go ahead and get into this summit. So this right here is techniques for building resilience and self confidence. All right, lady first.
Absolutely. So, techniques for building resilience and self confidence, honestly, is really just having your strategy in place. Definitely telling yourself just what you want to achieve. Saying, listen, I can do great things. I can, accomplish this goal. I am good enough. So, you got to have the I am statements, I can't. I am great. I am magnificent. I can achieve those amazing goals. Honestly, begin to tell yourself over and over again that. Definitely beginning to give back, affirmations, gratitude, help somebody, your neighbor who definitely needs some help, that you need to do. Begin to call that person and say, listen, I just was thinking about you today. I really feel that, you were just on my heart. You good? You okay? If that's happening, make sure that opportunities are there. Then having to have some opportunities to be able to show others that you care. Honestly, begin to put yourself in a position to do those things. When you're having that implemented all the time, you're able to really achieve success in those areas. And honestly, I really believe that's going to be resilient for you. Self-care,
Amen.
self-confidence in yourself.
All right, I'm talking about 24 karat gold bars. I'm talking about microphone is yours, Mike. Bam.
Yes,
She's throwing while it's hot.
yes. And so when I work with my clients and we talk about resilience and confidence, right? One of the things we do is I ask them, think about a time in your life when something happened and you thought, oh my God, I cannot believe this happened. And at the time, it just felt like it was earth shattering, right? But guess what? They got through it, right? They're still here to tell you the story about it. So it wasn't as earth shattering as they thought. Yes, it was difficult. Yes, it was hard, but they overcame that. They were resilient enough to go through that situation to be talking to me in that current moment, right? And so I show individuals there, like, you have resilience. We're all built with resilience because we all go through life because life is ups and downs. It's a roller coaster at times, right? And we have those difficult times. For me, when I got divorced, I thought, oh my God, what am I going to do? You know, life is never going to be the same, right? But years after, I'm still here. I'm happy. I'm productive. And my confidence is even greater because I know I got through that tough situation. And those are the things I like to work with people on, is understanding that you already have the resilience and the confidence already in you, right? It's just about recognizing it. You've been through hard things. You've been through tough situations already, okay? And you've gotten through it. And so understand, and I tell people, celebrate the small things, right? You got through that situation. Yes. Congratulations. Be proud of yourself for that, all right? Because guess what? Life is going to throw something else at you, and you have to be ready, right? None of us are bulletproof, or, you know, are just going to not have any of those types of things go on. We're going to encounter that. So it's up to us to be intentional with understanding that we can be resilient, and through that resilience and through getting through that tough time builds up that confidence. Like, yes, I can get through these tough times. I can take on these tough obstacles and get through it on the other side and look back and say, wow, I did that.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, going through the tough time, realize that you're going to make it through. And then, like I said, celebrate the wins of it. The small accomplishments. If you celebrate, realize, you know what? I know this is going up, but I had a situation that happened in the past, and I made it through it. And this is the result of it. So, you know what? I'm going to make it through this one too.
Absolutely.
It is taking the challenge. It's taking the challenge to realize and have the mindset. Having the mindset. And that's what it's about, breaking free. Because some challenges is people, they ain't broke free mentally yet. But y'all guys got techniques and solutions for that. So that's why I want to encourage this summit. At the time of the recording, the summit is still going on. And we want your guys to actually sign up. And I'm about to get some information for y'all guys in a few moments. But we got a question for the audience. Y'all guys dropped enough 24 karat gold bars. But there's a question here for the audience. The audience, y'all can answer this in the comments below. What is one small step you can take today to start breaking free from toxic patterns in your life? All right, hit the comments, family. Hit the comments. Go ahead and respond, and we love it. We're gonna make sure we look at those and get responses back. What is the one step that you can take today to start breaking free? Now, if you don't know, we got some experts right here that can help you out. So, with that being said, I got something for y'all guys to take a listen. Well, before I do that, I got something that I want you guys to listen to. So check this out.
Greetings, everyone. It is your girl. I am Lekeisha, author, midlife empowerment coach, speaker, and trainer. And I'm looking forward to connecting with each and every one of you at the new summit, Breaking Free from Toxic Patterns. And I'm looking forward to us connecting together. And it starts on October 24th through 26th. And I'm so excited for this amazing summit because it's a power-packed summit that's going to equip you with all the amazing information on how you can break free from these toxic patterns. Also for you to live life free and definitely understand your mindset and understand your meaningful relationships that you need, your health, and happiness that you truly deserve. It's going to be myself that's going to be the lead host, along with 6 other amazing Power Pack coaches and speakers. And they're going to have great conversations with you and telling you how they broke free from the same patterns that you desire as well. And definitely for them to connect with each and every one of you to understand truly what you truly need. It's going to be an amazing conversation that we're going to have. We have music, we're going to have poetry, we're going to have Q&A, and we're definitely going to have engaging conversation for us to definitely live life on purpose. So make sure you register for this amazing event at IamLakeisha.com. Again, that's IamLakeisha.com. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you moving forward ahead. Greetings.
Oh yes, family. We need you to go ahead and do this one thing, and that is to go to that website, www.iamlakeisha.com, and register today. Already saw you got 24 karat gold bars, but guess what? It's a vault with more gold bars in it. Is at the summit, so we definitely want you guys to definitely tune in, and you just don't get them. We also get me because I'm gonna be dropping 24 karat gold bars as well, and provide some techniques, some solutions, and some tech solution, not just so you can break free, but also remain free. So, all right, all right. So, as we wrap up the show, we want to give some final thoughts and words to you from your guys to the audience. So, of course, lady first, Coach Lekeisha, microphone's yours.
Absolutely. You definitely want to be here to not only hear myself, but to hear all the other amazing speakers and coaches, because their information that they're sharing, they're telling you their true life stories and their true resilience things that they went through, the same areas that you're dealing with in life. They're able to tell you how they broke free, how they overcame, and tell you techniques to how you can overcome as well too. You definitely don't want to miss this, because they're going to be able to share their heart authentically, and they're going to be able to give you a plan on how you're able to break free permanently. Take these tools, take these things in their arsenal, and begin to build you, not only yourself, but your family and community moving ahead. If you're in business, if you have a family, if you have somebody around you, they definitely need to receive these nuggets, because we need to not let go anymore. We need to not act like it's not bothering us. We need to definitely win and definitely be a conqueror. So I promise you, when you come to this conference, you're going to be able to understand just how you're able to break free, and how you're able to break free for your life and for your family around you. You don't want to miss this time. Definitely don't. Stay tuned and be there. Look forward to seeing you all.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach. Coach Mike, microphone's yours.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so the summit is phenomenal because it's going on right now. Okay. People's lives are being impacted. People's lives are changing right now. Okay. And so why wait on the sideline? Why procrastinate any longer? Why not come attend the summit, learn and grow from some tremendous professionals that are offering not only their own life testimonials, but resources, support, education, right? And then realize you're not alone. There's other folks that are going through similar situations. There are folks who've gone through things that you've gone through, or may have been where you are currently and have progressed to great things, right? And so come, be intentional, sign up for the summit, enjoy all the professionals, right? And have an opportunity to have and live the life that you choose and that is beneficial for you and your families. So come, enjoy. If you haven't signed up, you missed me because I'm on the first day. All right. But you can still come. I will be around. There will be opportunities to see me, Coach Wise, Queen Lekeisha, and many, many others who are offering what you say, Coach Wise, 24 karat
Gold bars.
All right.
Indeed.
And as a matter of fact, I need one of those shirts. So I'm gonna get with you after we get done with this. I want to drop a gold bar on my shirt too. Okay.
All right, all right, all right. Well, we're about to show what's happening there. Family, like you said, as this summer's going on, the blessing is those who sign up, you get the recordings too. So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you might meet him personally, for the first segment, but like you said, he'll be around. But you get the opportunity to get the recordings of this. And that's worth it. Trust me, it weight in gold. So thank you for y'all taking time out. I know y'all guys are very productive during this summit, and taking a moment out to give more gold bars to everybody. So we are so thankful. So looking for y'all guys and coming back on the podcast again. Like I said, what we do here, we deal with the challenges of life. What we want to do is to empower and inspire and bring people techniques and solutions that will help their life. That's what the Wise Hour podcast is about. As like I said, as we expand, not just interviews, just general discussions, but we can provide solutions for your life as well. As I had to go through the process of life, and life I had to gain solutions as well to help myself and others. We want to do this digitally here as well. So, all right, fam, I'll let you go because I know you got other things to do within the in the process of the summit. So we thank each and every one of y'all so much. Looking forward to talking to you outside of this podcast. Okay.
Amen. Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. You're quite welcome. All right. All right, fam. This has been amazing, amazing episode. Truly 24 karat gold bars were dropped. And again, family, what I need y'all guys to really, really, really do is actually go to the summit right now. Go there, go ahead and register. Did the flyers. We got these 6 dynamic speakers. Definitely you want to not miss no opportunity here. So definitely sign up today for that. Also, y'all guys, y'all looking for opportunity to understand about how to deal with anxiety, identify that, and everything like that. Y'all can go ahead and purchase the book. Where I'm telling you right now, it's a book that will bring a light to a lot of things, challenges that you go through the you. Some of the things you deal with anxiety, the things you deal with relationships with your parents, and just with school and life. I will identify that journey and like I said, the identity and how I came to manhood. And this is a good book for y'all mothers, teachers, and stuff like that that dealing with y'all young kings, y'all young men. Know what I'm saying? So it's relatable, not just for just men, not for just men, for anybody who deal with life with anxiety and challenges of life. So definitely check out that book as well. All right, fam. You know what I'm going to say. Love is an action word. While you're taking the time to love yourself, make sure you show love to someone else. And we're looking forward to see you again next week on the Wise Hour podcast. Well, we're going to do it to inspire and empower as we journey to the life of being triumph. All right, family, take care. All right, and peace.